Dylan, congrats on being the first, and Foxfire, thank you for a sub. And yeah, 3 days in a row, because I normally stream on Thursdays, but then I realized tomorrow's like Thanksgiving, so I was like, people will probably be busy doing other stuff, so today instead. Also, I have decided on what I'm going to play, so that's fun. No one can question it. Daredevil, you picked the wall. Did you think you could get away? You have us to repay. Okay. Bam! We're doing Ace Attorney. Because I couldn't think of anything else to play. And I was watching some VODs of some streamer playing Ace Attorney. And I was like, fuck. I love Ace Attorney. Let's play some Ace Attorney. And then I was like, what should I play? The first one. And then I was like, I have seen Case 1 of Ace Attorney 180 trillion times. If I have to see Frank Saw Its face one more time, I think I'm going to implode. So I'm gonna play one of the ones that I haven't played before, which is 6. I have started 6 about 3 times now. I get about 10 minutes in and then go, I'm not ready for this. And then I shut the game off. But I feel like now is the time. Ace Attorney, yay, 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 huzzah, hooray, yippee. I love Ace Attorney, Dylan. I love your enthusiasm because I also feel like that every time I see Ace Attorney. Never seen any of these. They're like murder mystery visual novel puzzle games. They're really good. One of my favorite series of all time, honestly. I also, the Miles Edgeworth collection came out and I got that, and I've only played the first one because I never played the fan dub of the fan translation. Okay, we'll do new game. I think the original trilogy is on sale for like $10 on Steam right now. If it's a series you think you'd be interested in, I really recommend just playing them. They're so good. They're like incredibly well written and just funny.
On the western edge of the Far East.
Hi, Sam Riegel.
Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery. The kingdom of Khura'in. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole.
I don't know a whole lot about this one.
But things like revolt and revolution.
This is like one of the few that I've never played.
Were the furthest things from my mind.
That's him! Everyone! Fuck, hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Wait 1 second.
Wow.
No, I'm not muted. Here in Khura'in, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother, fear only the impurities of your soul. Classic. I'm always saying this. Caesar has lied down on my bed and is now sleepy. Oh, that guy's dead. I wonder who the killer is. There's blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. They always show you who the killer is for the first trial just to make it easy for you. Hey, Virgom. Yeah, Amy inspired me, and also I realized I probably wouldn't be able to stream tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. So I was like, let's just do it tonight. This kid's name is insanely good. It's so Ace Attorney. Woo, I'm finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Khura'in, huh? What a long trip. I wonder how many hours I was in the air. But just look at this place. Get a load of this street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. Wow. And that gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of town. Wow, an ox right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. That's quite a crest it has on its head. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes. Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright? Yes, that's right. Oops, hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you... That's right! I'll be your guide at your service! I fucking love this kid's name. It's classic Ace Attorney. I'll be your guide. It's so bad. It's... God, it's like Frank Saw It levels of good. I'm a monk in training at Temple. I'll be your guide around town. Oh my god, here we go. It's very nice to meet you. Hapiraki. Happy what now? Hapiraki. That's how we greet people here in Karayan. It's like hello or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Hapiraki. Oh, trust me, it gets worse in this one. I'm so excited. My name is Phoenix Wright, and I run a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler, a stranger in a strange land. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Karayan, land of spirit mediums and mystery. I have a feeling that I'm gonna like this one fine enough, but I'm also a hater of Dual Destinies. I did not really care for 5 that much. I'm one of those freaks that liked Apollo Justice and thought that 5 was a bad follow-up to it. So I have a feeling that I'll like this well enough as an Ace Attorney game, but I probably won't like it as a follow-up to Dual Destinies or anything like that. I don't know much about it. I've heard a few things though. Whoa, cake! To celebrate your arrival. Speaking of mystery, what is this mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Kurainese sweet bun. It's called a Magataman or soul bun. It's shaped like a Magatama. It's so yummy and it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. That doesn't exactly make me eager to try it. Which one had Herlock Sholmes? That's the spin-off games. It's a duology called The Great Ace Attorney. They take place like a few hundred years in the past and follow Phoenix Wright's like ancestor. They are really good. Like those 2 games are phenomenal. Like on par with the original trilogy. Incredible duology. Thanks. I think I'll indulge later. That will be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage. I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. It's stuffed with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet. Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I'm glad to hear she's in good spirits. Maya! Show me Maya! Show me Maya! No! I want to see Maya! She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. Yeah! Maya! I love Maya. She's so cool. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. This is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. Ah, shucks, she said that? That sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too. If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. That girl worries too much. But you sure came early to the party, Mr. Wright, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. Ugh. I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her, too. Oh, well, you know. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Oh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer. Thanks, that would be great. I guess Albie takes his job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those signs aren't going to see themselves. Yikes, you don't have to shove. First stop, Temple, right there in the center of town. There's something there I really want to show you. I need some water. I'm gonna have to hydrate a lot for this stream because there's gonna be a lot of talking. And if I don't hydrate, I'll die for real. I kind of wanted to wait until I could get some friends together to do this, like, together. So I wouldn't have to read every character, but after Danganronpa, I don't think I'm gonna have a good time wrangling anyone to read a visual novel with me. I think I kind of burned all my credibility on that one. They're also busy because they all have jobs, but you know. Whew. Oh my god, I just chugged a whole bunch of ice water. April 23rd, 4:45 p.m., Temple Plaza. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. Hi, Senior Huevos. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It was created by the founder of Koreanism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at the temple to be a monk someday. I read the people of this country are all adherents of Koreanism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. A spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'll want to see when you come to Temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering with the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has the power to summon forth souls from the Twilight Realm in Koreanism. We believe, okay. Hold it! Slow down. I can't remember all that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that's so true. I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does. Let's see. I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain. How much of this info will be part of the case? Probably since this is a little bit here and there, but you know, not much. It depends. I'm sure some of it will pop up, but like a lot of it is just, you know, flavor text. Let's see. I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 damas for the tour fee. Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship too. Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training. And she seemed really interested too. She listened to my whole speech. Huh, that doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Miss Maya is so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Clang, clang, clang. Oh no! What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry into the temple right away. But first, let me give you this lyrics card for the Song of Ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go! But why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of Her Benevolence's Dance of Devotion. Her Benevolence?
treason.
That just happened. Sorry. Oh, they fucking took him. April 24th, 10 a.m. High Court of Khura'in. Accused lobby.
Sorry.
Let me in. Why won't you let me in?
Because you're a foreigner. What business could you have with this court?
I told you, my friend is on trial in there. Guess who's going to jail tonight? No one. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial.
A trial isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here.
Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Tell him I'm a... Do I got... I can't even look at my lawyer badge yet. I'll tell him I'm a lawyer. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner.
What?
I'm actually a lawyer. Back at home, anyway.
What? Lawyer? I can't. That's not possible.
What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right?
Wait! Get back here, you!
Whee! Yippee! So this is a Khura'inese courtroom. Oh my fucking god. Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court?
The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused.
Well, we lost. Good night, everyone. What? A verdict already, but the trial only just started. Guilty? There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look.
Seances performed by Princess Raitha are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities?
But I didn't... Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent of Khura'inism, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg of you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul. But... What in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing? What? There's no one. They fucking took the attorney. Wait a minute, where is Albie's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Kill him. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul.
As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Your Diara Khura'in.
Look at him next time. Ooh. Wait just one moment. You're... Ugh, me and my big mouth. Now what? Mr. Wright? What are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right.
Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? Well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. Ah, a tourist, are you? Happy Rocky. But more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Khura'in. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seances determine all.
Why do you guys have a bench for a defense attorney if you never use defense attorneys? Why do you have a prosecutor if you never use, like, if you only rely on divine seances? Whatever. What? But surely you see how unfair that is. What kind of insane court system are they running here? Okay, Phoenix, glass houses. The court system you run in let you cross-examine a fucking parrot. Like, come on. You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste, or shall I summon the bailiff? The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Hold on. Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this. I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me. You have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guide. There were lots more places I wanted to show you, but it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. This poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? I'll defend him, yeah. Maya's busy, I don't want to bother her. I can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Alby's corner. If Alby doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him.
Defend him? You can't be serious.
Did you hear that? Is he out of his mind? Heaven forbid. Defend me, Mr. Wright. What are you saying? You can't do that. I most certainly can. Don't worry. I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. Wright.
You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further.
Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country.
Bailiff, throw this man out.
Your Majesty, if you please.
You have something to say, Mr. Payne?
Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Right, Mr. Whoever you are?
Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler?
That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land of California. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy. What? Mr. Wright, you're a defense attorney? Edmond looking motherfucker. Dude, Gaspin paint sucks. All the paint suck. Like, that's the point. Edmond would never be that lame.
A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock.
You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country?
But, Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case.
Call it nostalgia if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try.
But I have a previous engagement, you see. A class together with the missus.
Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. Can I make the text go faster? Gameplay. Consultation. No. I don't think I can. Oh, Winston Payne cannot succeed. Don't worry. I think wait time is for if you have wait time is for if you have auto in autoplay and story mode.
A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country?
Mr. Payne, I want that barbed head brought into me on a stick. As you wish, your benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself.
Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality.
Every eventuality? What is he talking about? There. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Payne. And sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I am also known in this country. And you'll see soon enough why that is, when you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery?
Just you watch! That defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can bet on it. Get him, Chief Prosecutor! Crush that defense devil!
This is way more lawyer hate than even back home.
Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne.
Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes: larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room of Temple Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol, Temple security guard. Fuck. I saw this tweet that was like, living in the Ace Attorney world must be so fucking easy. Just name your kid lottery winner and then like sit back and wait. And it's so fucking true. Fuck, Patrol, are you kidding me? I feel like this is worse than like the earlier games. The earlier games weren't this on the nose, were they? Like, because the first game had Frank Saw It, and then I don't know, I guess some of the names were pretty like on the nose, but fuck, dude. Temple security guard and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure.
To kill a guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act.
I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo. Hold on, I'm turning off my ceiling fan. You know, while I'm up, I may as well give Caesar a little kick. Okay. Oh. She's so sweet, baby. Love her. I love that little freak. Roll's autopsy report added to the court record. crime photo added to the court record.
It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
We may rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Why? Culturally speaking, why would you even bother at this point? Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can check the evidence out myself by looking in the court record, R. Lawyer. Around noon, his head showed signs of being hit with a blunt object. Okay. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne.
Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation.
Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. They show guns all the time. Are you kidding me? A guy earlier had a gun. There's guns all over Ace Attorney. Motherfuckers get shot everywhere in this game. They showed a gun like a couple of times in the first game. A gun was a major part of like multiple cases in the second and third. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown. Is this treasure really such a valuable object?
How could you even ask such a thing? Of course it is.
Virgolm, have you played the old Ace Attorney games? Because if not, you really should. Everyone should. Let me see if they're still on sale. They were on sale like a little bit ago. If they are, then I'm gonna just give a big recommendation that you go and play those. Yeah, $10 for 3 games right now. Great deal. Like, incredible games. They were on sale before the autumn Steam sale, but I was checking if they still were. Because I bought the trilogy for Winnie like a week ago. Because I was like, I really want Winnie to play these games. I think she'd really like them. So I bought her the trilogy for like, because it was on sale for like $10.
Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the Mitama of the Holy Mother.
Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt.
Grr, you don't believe it, do you?
Of course I believe it. Something tells me I'd better play along.
This kind of irreverence is exactly why I like defense attorneys so much.
Oh my god, the judge's voice is tearing up my throat a little bit. I might have to drop that one. Your Honor, or Your Majesty?
What is it now?
This treasure, I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something? Well, I don't know. I think Lenny's asleep right now. Last I checked, they were taking a nap.
Of all the outlandish requests, you defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale.
He's been getting awfully angry with me. Are those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago. Can I look at like, oh, they do. Okay, cool. I'll be your guide. The defendant. This industrious young man is both a monk in training and a Koreanese tour guide. Gasp in pain. A prosecutor from back home, though what he's doing here as Khura'in's chief prosecutor is beyond me. Patrol, the victim in the case. How old is Aspen? 56? He guarded the treasure room treasure. He was killed by the thief who stole it. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. Wrong. Got you. Objection! There's a photo of this box right fucking here, bozo! What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year. For a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people.
I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it?
The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his ascetic training.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume?
What? No, I do have questions.
Even more? But you just asked a bunch.
Hi, Leafy Business. How's it going? Welcome in.
Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes.
What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know even more about? The weapon! Howdy die, howdy die. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible, using the sacred treasure box for murder. Whoa, Ratspin! Can everyone in chat who has it post Toadspin? If you're still subbed to Amy, I'm gonna post it too. I love Toadspin. I love all spinning emotes. There we go. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar and stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who would come to the room in course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. Yeah, Toadspin. That's my friend Amy's emote. I unfortunately don't have a spin emote yet, but I'll get one someday. When I'm big, when I'm famous. That's how you'll know, when I have a spinning emote of like a small little thing that spins. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Ah, very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature. Caesar spin? Oh my god, the concept of me like 3D scanning my cat from like all angles and then putting that into an emote is so good, but we would well, if we could get her to lie down on a green screen and the lighting was good. Foxfire, I like the way you stink. We'll see. I'd actually really love to do that, but I don't know if that'll be possible.
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accuser's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there is anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict. Very well, in that case, I find the accused.
Whoa, 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 hold on. Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict a little bit?
No. I told you, I have plans to attend to, and... Ah! I'm late! It's already started! How did the time fly by so fast?
He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. What? Huh? Did I say something funny?
Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that?
What? What do you mean, what do I mean?
I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And little wonder, a so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. The faces in this game are so silly, it's awesome. I am of the opinion that I prefer the pixel art, but some of the 3D models are good. Winston Payne forever, though. Gaspin Payne can die in a hole, and I wouldn't care. I'm a Winston truther. Winston's my boy. Gaspin is nothing to me. Less than dirt. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story.
Is that really necessary?
Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Painness. Painness sounds kind of like penis, so jot that down.
Very well. As long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne.
I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Oh, but before we do, I'd better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections?
Go for it, Your Majesty. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide, too.
Why me? Now, where were we?
Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty.
Right. Let's do that, then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add.
He sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind.
Well, the defense had better get to it. And make it quick, if you please.
The defense... Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, LB. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right. You tricked me. What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Magatamon I gave you yesterday. Albie, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me, you disgust me. Now even Albie's against me. But why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. All right. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Kurenai's butterfly on it. Oh, come on. Come on. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. How do you know it was green? Okay. Say the line, everyone. Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Hold on, I missed something.
Were you well acquainted with the victim?
Okay. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know? I bet Albies looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard, but at least that way he could stay on the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. It sounds like his circumstances in Albies were very similar. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that?
Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accuser's account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion. But, Your Majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long. I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is all about.
A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is? What fresh hell is this?
I really do wish I could remember how it works.
Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? No, I know how to do it. Me, I know. I'd better save my breath. The judge doesn't exactly seem like a model student. He'll just have to watch and see how it's done.
Objection!
Got his ass. Oh, Albie. Why would you lie to me? So, you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I'd never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Ah! Hold on. His bag. Did it just move? Polkunka! I beg your pardon? Polkunka is a word in Kuranese that people use when they're surprised.
You just exposed a lie! So this is the power of cross-examination, is it?
I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding.
But, just a moment. If the accused was lying, that just makes him more suspicious than ever.
Ugh, and this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago, when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't. That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. He does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Where is it? It's not here. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Notice added to the court record. No. Then that means Albie was there on the day of the incident?
So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself.
Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty.
He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it.
How was any of that supposed to help the accused? See, I told you that lawyers are dumb. Her benevolence already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with. No, everything's going all wrong. Shadu, what do I do?
As I suspected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever.
I say we kill him. Hold on 1 second. Give me like 10 minutes and I'll get this kid I'll get it all sorted out. I'll get this kid off the hook. It's all gonna be okay.
No, you're wrong. But armed as we are with her benevolence's insight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt.
Then I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers. Oh, pain? Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Get like a bat with some nails in it and just go to town.
By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict.
Clap.
Wait just 1 moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have the right to check it. Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife.
I do love a wife guy. I love a wife guy. The Deathsmack. Oh, the Deathsmack's always great in every Ace Attorney game. Not bad, Fear Golem. I'll give you a +2 for that one. I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance.
You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne?
Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy?
Well, now.
I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife.
It certainly does sound worth seeing, and it give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. Ha 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 ha!
I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit.
Well, for an interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going. The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through.
How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that await him. There she is, her benevolence.
Your benevolence, Rafa Padma Karayan. Thank you for coming all this way once again.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Bob-headed attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways of customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albi. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? To explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. What's fair about a trial with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner? Did you hear that? Kill him with hammers! Let's kill this guy with hammers! What if we got some hammers and we killed this guy? Yikes, looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Hammers him! Hammers him! They want to kill him with hammers. God, that is such a... Oh, the 3D model from that angle looks so rough. Silence, one and all! Is she standing up for me? Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion. Well, well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures, with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over. All right, I take that back. None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured, he will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Now then, your benevolence, the divination seance, if you would. Certainly. Nena, my robe. Okay, that's fun. That's a really fun animation.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I think this is the first time we've had voice acting in a 3D part of the game. Wait, maybe... I know in Dual Destinies there were animated cutscenes that had it. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool? This game... Okay, obviously still very early in the first case. Gonna keep playing. But already, this seems like it kind of doesn't fit super well with how the Karayan channeling technique and like all of this like spirit medium stuff was established in the first trilogy. Because back then it was like, oh, you can channel a spirit into your body, and Maya was kind of like a big deal, which I guess she might still be. I guess I'll keep playing and just see how it goes, but like, I don't know. Something about this just doesn't seem like it lines up super well with what we saw of the Karayan stuff back in the original trilogy. What just happened?
A final message from the victim's soul. The last communication of his Mitama. The divination seance has revealed this to us.
Her benevolence can use her power of spirit communion to project the victim's memories of the last few moments before their demise.
So what we saw in the pool of Mr. Roll actually experienced?
In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. But she's clearly not a false medium, because we, like, literally saw that. Like, I'm not doubting that it's, like, that she's a false medium. I'm saying, like, I think the rules of this game feel different than the rules that were established. And that's fine, I guess. You know, they came out, like, over a decade apart from each other. And this game has a different writer. Like, the head writer for 5 and 6 is different than the head writer that the first 4 games had. So, like, I can accept it. It's just something I'm kind of noticing. And I don't know. I think there's a difference between changing and expanding upon. So I think once Maya shows up, we'll see if she's doing, like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see. There has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it. This looks bad for Albie. Really, really bad. Now do you see why I'm the incredible pain?
More than I can express.
But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them? There it is. There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty?
Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. Now, are you finally convinced, traveler? The accused is most assuredly guilty.
Am I really the only unbiased one here?
Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You'd be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs.
The Defense Culpability Act? What's that?
What? You mean you honestly don't know?
No? What's with all the hubbub? Well, well. Not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, but he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him.
Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he.
What? What kind of insane law is that?
Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty.
That's why they're so... I love the implication, Foxfire, that the penalty for the kid was going to be that they were going to kill him with hammers. So now they just take Phoenix and Albie and just throw them in a pit and just hit him with hammers until they both die.
That's why there are so few in our country today who admit to being an attorney.
That's as it should be. The history of our courts proves that attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused. Thus, attorneys deserve to be exterminated. I've never felt so much hostility coming at me from so many sides. What could have happened to make everyone feel this way? You fell right into my trap, Phoenix Wright. Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. With the Seance and the DC Act on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why he was so eager to have me defend Albie. Chase out and be humiliated back home. Fate brought me to the foothills of Kharian. I thank my lucky stars that I'm the chief prosecutor here now.
Defense. Know that if I rule the accused as guilty, you will go to prison too.
That explains Albie's reaction earlier. Defend me, Mr. Wright? What? I don't need to read this. Wait, so the prosecution doesn't have to get the same punishment if they lose? I call bullshit? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a recurring theme in a lot of Ace Attorney games. That, like, the system back in Japan-Fornia is also incredibly biased against defense attorneys. In the original trilogy, it's basically silently confirmed that most prosecutors are using false evidence. When someone is accused of a crime, they're guilty until proven innocent, and you only have 3 days to prove their innocence, otherwise they are automatically guilty and die. So, like, the court, like, the justice system in these games has always been, like, really harshly against defense attorneys. That's kind of, you know, the point that Phoenix is an underdog who has to basically climb a mountain of bullshit just to, like, get on a fair standing with the opponent. Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life.
Yes. I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances. The death penalty? No way. You're kidding, right, Your Majesty? No. Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life and your dark, tainted soul on the line here. To death? This can't be happening.
The courts of resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorney can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate.
Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused?
Look. There's Maya to think of in all of this too. I can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? I'm out of here. A trial I just happened to walk into, in a country I just happened to visit. How can I put my life on the line for something like this? But what about Albie? I'm not rereading flashbacks. Deal with it. Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place? Whoa! They're actually fucking using this shit. Whoa, I didn't think I'd ever see this screenshot in the sequel trilogy. To help those with no one on their side. I can't just abandon everything I believe in. All I can do now is stand firm and fight. Well, don't hold back your tears on my account, Phoenix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor, for your life.
Objection!
Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act. I will defend Albie. What? But Mr. Wright. The defendant insists he's innocent. And not even a divination seance should be accepted without examination.
Polkunka!
But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me? I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me. But I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barbed jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out. Insolent, disrespectful attorney. You'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm.
Not a wise move, traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads.
No, this is the Twilight Zone. Midna's gonna be there, don't worry. The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give their messages a voice. If you think my insights contain a falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Insight. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion. These are the victim's experiences just before his death. As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down? Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, Defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance vision? Come to think of it, I did see words. Oh, come to think of it, I did see words like Song of Ceremony and Incense. The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all is laid bare in the pool of souls. So what if Mr. Roll's experience with his five senses... So what Mr. Roll experienced with his five senses appeared in the vision as words, right? Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Works for me. I can use all the extra information I can get. Now, to find a contradiction between her insights and the seance's vision. Your benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again. Very well. Wait a minute. Her benevolence said after the morning dance of devotion earlier, didn't she? Isn't there something off about that? Hold on. Time of death is around noon. First, I'll use L and L to make my way to the insight that seems off. Yes. Okay, Phoenix, come on, I know.
Objection!
Is it not that the time of death was around noon? Yes. What is it, bobbed head? You're saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right? Oh, I see, okay. That's right, what of it? Then, isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the Song of Ceremony?
Oh my, you're absolutely right.
Is that all that troubles you? Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony.
Practice run? What are you talking about?
Mr. Payne, if you would. Certainly, allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the intervals between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement.
I see. So what the victim heard was that practice session.
Ugh, there goes my contradiction. Okay, so they were practicing in this performance hall. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing.
However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me.
Ask away, your majesty.
It's a big temple. The performance hall and treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room?
He's right. It is a very big temple. Well, how about it, Mr. Payne? Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of Temple, including the treasure room.
Oh, that's right.
Speakers? For what purpose? Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple. That's why the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony in the seance vision. It was the practice run going on in the performance hall, heard over the speakers.
Thank you for your explanation, your benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me.
Think nothing of it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us?
Very well. I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out an inconsistency, she'll update her insights accordingly. So if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all of her insights out after all. Why would you broadcast a practice? Maybe just like the speakers are always going from the like hall. I don't know. I also kind of thought that, but I'm sure that I don't think that's going to be what it is. To focus on the insights with the seance vision going. I'll try using B. I'll try using pause to temporarily stop the vision. There! I paused the vision! Okay. To jump to different parts of the vision. I'll try moving the Mitama mark to the flashing red panel there. Okay, now that I know how to get around in seance vision, it's time to find inconsistencies between the insights and the vision. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim. Okay, it's gonna be the new one, right? Incense. His voice. Song of Ceremony. Okay, I think it's this one then. Maybe not. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. Maybe it's this because it looks like he blacked out before the pain.
Objection!
You're saying the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence. Please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Oh. Everything goes black and then, only after that, the victim feels pain. Inconceivable. Yeah, I'm basically really good at doing oozles. This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word.
Polkunka, your benevolence. What is the meaning of this?
I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy.
If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply can't ignore.
Now, let's not be hasty, your majesty. I think I can clear this up.
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear. And that would be? On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind. Yeah, no, this shit happens in Ace Attorney. Prosecutors are just kind of shit like this, you know? They're just kind of shitters. They'll say shit like this all the time. Or rather, you knew all along and are only letting it slip now that it's convenient, Payne. The power outage knocked out both lights and the speakers. Oh, got his ass. Dumbass. If the speakers got knocked out, then how was this motherfucker hearing the Song of Ceremony, huh, bitch? You're going to hell, for real. Well, now, that explains everything, does it not?
What do you mean, your benevolence? Please share your thoughts with us, if you would.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head.
I see. That makes perfect sense, your benevolence.
So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, your benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone. Well done! Long may you live and prosper! Let's not kill her with hammers! Hey, I want to live long and prosper too! Enough applause. You flatter me.
Now, your benevolence. In light of this new information...
Yes, of course. I will alter my insight. I already got you figured out, okay? He accused the moment after the blackout begun.
Objection!
Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communing power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Koraianism.
Defense! Watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind.
It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums, but maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. What malarkey. I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then, how do you explain how the victim could still hear the Song of Ceremony even after the power went out? Oh. This contradiction of facts can only mean that the Song of Ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible!
What are you saying?
That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall? That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless... You mean to say... Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else. Somewhere closer to the performance hall. What?
You can't be serious.
There's a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence in the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No.
This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights? Unbelievable.
Heed not this forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it.
But the defense's assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand. I hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie. I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why the accused had his hands up over his head. Well, this defense dares to dream of making it out of this nightmare alive. You what? You still insist on trying to tear down my insights, do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find out you are just wagging it. Of course I can back up my claim. Just as soon as I think of something. I love Phoenix so much. I love this dude.
You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim. As long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop. Chop, chop? Yes, let's have the bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop, chop. Stop, stop. I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one. Yikes! These people are actually serious. I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think! Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have his hands up like that? Aha! So that's why. The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo.
Take that!
Gun. As in the seance vision. I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see such a thing?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest.
Oh, are you saying?
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. And that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. Pokunka! Oh, she died. Except this time, the hammers were verbal hammers. Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible. It can't be. Not bad for a total knockout. How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence? He's no better than that traitorous snake, Dirk. Traitorous snake? Dirk? Who's that? No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights? There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it. That's right, your benevolence, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately for lese majesty. I messed up. I give up. What?
Yeah, you said it. Kill him with hammers.
Ugh, these people are definitely not my fans right now.
That's right. Exterminate him. Peace! Give me peace! I said peace! Now, everyone, please calm down.
See? Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney a suitable punishment.
No, I can't charge him with lese majesty.
What? What? But why not, your Majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that.
But, your Majesty, don't you want to wrap this trial up quickly? Why not just give your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife.
We can't end the trial now. Not when we just learned new information about the case.
What? Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction?
Truly, it is shocking. In the 20+ years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency, and it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law.
You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer?
No, my faith is as strong as ever. But I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, your benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not.
What? I'll have you know.
Your benevolence! Please acquiesce in this, your benevolence.
If looks could kill. I won't forget this offense, bobbed head. I do not admit defeat. I won't.
Bailiff, please see her benevolence out.
Yormitama will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the barbs right off your stupid head. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful. And I hope they throw you to like a burning fire, yeah. And then... I guess she's still just a teenager after all.
Now then, defense. Mr. Light, was it?
That's right, your Majesty. Phoenix Wright.
Of course, Mr. Wright. My apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments.
Thank you, your Majesty.
Yes, but do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court. I understand, Your Majesty. Oof. Maybe now we can finally get we can finally run a real trial.
Arguments, Your Majesty. Very well, I accept your challenge.
Huh? What's with him?
Well, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just... it's too hilarious.
What's so funny, Mr. Payne?
The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him and his case instead.
What do you mean by that, prosecutor?
I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor.
Yes, because that's the thing to focus on right now.
The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused?
Oh,
indeed, because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation.
What? That does sound pretty logical, actually.
It doesn't help the accused situations at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty.
Yes, I have to agree.
Allow me to spell out this truth the defense didn't bother to think through. Mr. Roll came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure room. Ugh. A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that.
And after all that hard work to knock down those insights, back to the old familiar corner once more.
I need water. My throat's dying. I need to I need to buy more throat lozenges if I next time I stream this.
Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal?
I'm drawing a total blank here. I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold.
I asked you a question, defense.
Got nothing.
I can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing to do at this point is ask the defendant himself what happened. But I don't know if Albie will cooperate. I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not.
Albie, will you tell us what really happened? You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap and you'll only dirty your own soul.
Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry.
Why? Why won't he trust me? Is this it? Is this the end? For both of us? Maya, I'm sorry.
I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, would actually believe in me, would risk his own life for me. I never would have even imagined it.
Albie.
So, that's why I lied. To try and save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too.
What?
Allow me to explain.
Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things.
To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box.
even though the temple told you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it?
Yes, I'm sorry. Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. But that box is so beautiful. The way it glows in the dark, I couldn't help myself.
Wait, it glows in the dark?
That's right, it's covered in this special mineral called fluorinite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours of the temple if they did?
If only he applied such passion to telling me the truth earlier.
On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again, when I ran into Mr. Roll on the Great Stairs.
So those were not the treasure room stairs in the seance vision?
No, they were the Great Stairs that connect to the hallway.
Makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had his scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out. So I took that chance to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life, even now, when I try to think back on it. All I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll.
Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room, along with Mr. Roll's body.
This is pretty fun. I am saying right now, Ace Attorney is one of my favorite game series of all time. If you haven't played them, please go on Steam right now, buy the original trilogy, and play them. They are so good. Like, even the ones that I don't like, I think are still good. I don't like Ace Attorney 5, and I still think it's a pretty good game. It's only $10 right now. It's a steal. That's the first 3 games. It's a good, it's a great deal for 10 bucks. Did Mr. Roll say anything when you ran him into the stairs? Ran into him in the stairs? Mm-hmm. What is it, Albie? I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me. A grand speech. One that confirmed my suspicions that you were the thief.
Objection!
It's possible the victim simply misread the situation.
Objection!
Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused. Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating? Shadow, what do I do? Shadow. And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hands? In the course of his rounds, the victim must have noticed that the treasure box had been stolen. And then, just after that, he ran into the accused. I'll be your guide. No, that's not what happened. Therefore, the one who stole the treasure and killed the victim can be none other than the accused. Ah! Oh, are we finally gonna see what was in the back? Doggy! Aw, so cute. Whoa, so cute. What now? Oopie! Hey, Shadow! Down boy!
Well, what do we have here?
I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow.
You nearly gave me a heart attack.
So that's what was making his bag move. Can't you quiet that yuppie mutt down? I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to rest my throat for a few minutes and use the restroom. I'll be back in probably like 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. I got some tea brewing. Or I guess I got some water boiling in the kettle, so. Shadu says that Mr. Roll made a mistake. You can understand him? It's gonna be honey chai. Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense. You know what, Phoenix? I wouldn't put it past you.
I beg your pardon? You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are...
Of course not, Your Magistrate. Not this time, anyway.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I thought I'd have to reassess my assessment of your sanity for a second there.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I think I'd better reassess my strategy and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim or were sunk. While it's true that the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at that time.
If you're going that far, then I hope this means you have another angle of approach ready.
Exactly. I mean, who but the accused standing front and center could have done it? Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than conjecture.
Okay, come on, Phoenix. I know I can think up something convincing. Where else could the victim have been struck from?
Take that!
With the defendant standing in front of the victim, isn't it possible that the victim could have been struck from behind? From behind, you say? I see. Yes, I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility. Good. Now at least I have some breathing room. But who do you suppose it could have been? Oh, the true culprit, naturally. The one who actually committed the murder and the theft. Who actually committed the theft and the murder.
pretend I said that right the first time and ignore the part where I said it wrong the first time. Thank you.
The true culprit? And I suppose you have a true timeline of events to go along with that?
I should have known I'd have to explain everything. All right. If we assume the true culprit struck from behind, then that means... After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other side of the hallway. You've been speaking a lot tonight. It's wild you have not made any mistakes. I have made a lot of mistakes, and I am very grateful that you have chosen to ignore them. But I have said so many things wrong, or like just like tripped over my words. There's a lot of dialogue here. I like these games though, and I like reading and doing voices and stuff. I think it's fun. Plus, I kind of don't have to think as much as I do with other games about like what I'm saying. I can just like read, which is nice, you know. In some sense, it's like easy mode for streaming. You're grasping at straws, Mr. Wright. Admit it, you have nothing but baseless conjecture. I'm going to look for something to base it on right now. Albie, when you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area? I don't know. There might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the ends of the hallway. I see. Swing and a miss. Oh, Shadow says that someone was there. I see. Thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person, but that doesn't mean the true culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway. Your desperate floundering is getting hard to watch. But I will enjoy watching you sink. What are you talking about? Unfortunately for you, only the accused and the victim were there in the hallway at that time of the incident. Hey, Kupo, I was literally like just thinking that. I was like, is it supposed to be like a Korean spelling of shadow? How can you continue to make that assertion? Because there was a witness. Oh, come the fuck on. There's no way that a third person could have been there. We have a third person who witnessed that no one else was there. This fucking sucks sometimes. It's so funny. What? Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call its witness to the stand. It's gonna be the fucking killer. Of course it is. This happens every time. And unlike the defense's witness, you can rest assured that there are no pets involved. That was a low blow.
Very well, I'll allow it. And now, for something we've not heard in quite some time. Bring the witness to the stand.
Whoa! What are the odds? It's the fucking killer. I'm gonna go check on my tea. I'm not gonna go BRB mode. Well, I guess I'll go BRB. I'm gonna go get my tea. He wasn't ready. Or water's still boiling, I guess. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Okay, Peace, Lubin, Understandin. Peace, Lubin, Understandin's the name? I'm like, Temple's head monk. Can you dig? Name's a bit of a thinker on this one, but fuck. Come on.
Oh, if it isn't Instructor Understanding, you're the eyewitness?
This one's rough. This one, I mean, the other ones are a little too on the nose. This one's like, they're really trying to make it work, and it's not.
Instructor?
Not only is Mr. Understanding Temple's head monk, but he's also a renowned Demalan expert. Sorry to have to ask, but what's a Demalan?
Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenader. My one and only. Groovy, right? But you heard our sultry sounds once before, brother.
Oh, that's the song from the Dance of Devotion?
Right on, brother. The Song of Ceremony. Playing this tune together is a precious gig for me and my girl here, you dig?
The Song of Ceremony. The song that was playing at the time of the murder.
Oh, Holy Mother. May the righteous sounds of my Demalan serve as my offering to you.
Hold on, I want to see if they updated the 14. Coriolanus Priestess and Crown Princess of Corian. Her divination seances show the last moments of the dead. See, I thought Corian didn't have, like... I thought Maya was, like, from the head family and was therefore kind of, like, the big shot. Because they said that there was, like, the main family and the branch families, and that Maya was from the main family, so she was, like, the head, like, channelist. Whatever. Head monk and a musician for Dance of Devotion. Okay?
This is my thing, you know? My bag. I make instruments speak, baby.
I'm gonna go check on my tea. It has taken a while to boil. I filled it up pretty high, so, you know, that's probably why.
By the by, Magistry Pops.
Oh, hey Lenny. I'm streaming Ace Attorney. Yeah. Caesar's right there if you want to grab her. It's up to you. I know you haven't seen her for a bit. She's being so sweet, sleeping on my bed. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. Okay. Have I tried watching the pot? I hear that helps. Cancel the stream. I got a pot to watch. Everyone get out of here. I gotta go make that water boil now. Lenny, is the water still heating up? It's done? Really? Okay, tea time. shit, that tea is good.
No Demal in class today? No, I'm afraid this trial has gone into overtime.
So tasty!
So true, Foxfire.
Thanks to the lawyer over there.
The class the judge wanted to attend was a Demalin lesson?
Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust the lawyer, man.
Wow. For like 30 seconds. Can everyone in chat just mass redeem WoW? Just while I'm sipping my tea? Just for like 10 seconds. As many people as you can. Can you just redeem WoW? Yes! I'm like a god. I'm like a god! Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No more. No more. Thank you. Yay! Cool. Great.
But transgressors against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Understanding. As the treasure's keeper, oh my fucking god, you must have been shocked to learn it had been stolen.
Yeah, man, that was not cool.
Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, Mr. Understanding?
That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key. And I keep it on me at all times, can you dig?
Are these people stupid? I get it, that's the game.
But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. Total bummer, man.
Okay, I'm guessing he probably broke it open just to like... No, I know. First trial is always super easy. Was the thing, did it look broken open? I guess. He probably broke it open himself just to make it so that there was like less evidence pointing towards him. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it?
You know it, baby. It's called the Magatama key, and it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at Temple Temple.
The Magatama key, huh? Magatama key added to the court record.
And now someone's jacked the treasure on my watch. It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever going to face Her Holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb.
I'm dinking tea. Why do I always get the far out ones? Mr. Understanding, you witnessed the accused and the victim heading to the treasure room.
You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor. Would you please give the court your testimony regarding what you saw? To bring justice against the transgressor? Oh, whoops. To bring justice against the transgressor, man? Yeah, of course. I'll do all I can. In the name of Her Holiness, I vow to sing, not but the truth I swear to bring. Hit me.
After the morning dance of devotion, to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Don't you know, my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room. Hey, hey! Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear if anyone to the treasure room goes near. Albie was the only one. Albie was the only one. Before the blackout, one other than Roll, only Albie to the treasure room did stroll. Tell me I was hallucinating just now. Like, can you believe Mr. Roll bit the big one after that? Harsh, man. I share your sentiments. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you, Mr. Understanding? What? You found the body as well? He really is a key witness then. That's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circuit box is near my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job, you feel me? Do we know where the chamber is? Is it... Okay, there I think. How did you get to the breaker from your chamber? Excuse me? Like, how did you get there without going past all the and okay, it's fine. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. And it was like, whoa, man. There was poor Mr. Roll, dead as a doornail. In the interval between the end of the Dance of Devotion and the blackout, the only one who went to the scene of the crime were the victim and the accused. So you see, Mr. Understanding's unassailable account is what led to the accused's arrest. Hold it! Isn't it possible that the murder took place before the end of the Dance of Devotion? I'm afraid that's not possible. The victim was in the performance hall until the very end of the dance. He was? Would you like to hear some proof? How's this? A photo of that morning's Dance of Devotion, taken by a tourist. My, what graceful dancing. I can almost hear the sound of Mr. Understanding's Demolin now. Payne's right. There's Mr. Roll on duty. More tea. Ugh. So in addition to Rafa's insights, he had backup evidence lined up too, huh? As head monk, my monks in training are like my own kids, like family, can you dig? I should have taught Albie better, man. Before Her Holiness, the Holy Mother, oh Albie, confess your sins, my young brother. Head monk and Understanding, I didn't kill Mr. Roll. So I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother. What? Bogus, little man. Your faith is weak, like a wet paper bag. Are you feeling me? Spare the rod, hey baby. Spoil the child? Not maybe. Her Holiness is magnanimous, son. If you confess your guilt, she'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. I don't suppose she could forgive him in this realm first. Defense, please begin your cross-examination. It was a long first trial. I mean, I guess there's like no investigation or anything, but I always compare like trial lengths to the first one from the very first game, because that one is so short. You can beat the first trial in the first Phoenix Wright in like 15 minutes. I'm gonna be honest, Foxfire. I think that was probably off the dome. I don't think that's religious text. After the morning Dance of Devotion, to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Don't you know, my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room. Hey, hey. I can hear quite clearly if anyone to the treasure room goes near. Albie was the only one. Albie was the only one. Other than Roll, only Albie to the treasure room did stroll. Oh, my bad. I see. I get it. To go back to my chamber, I got the notion. I'm gonna press a little.
Hold it!
How can he be so sure that nobody else was there? Whoa, man. You lawyers are as uptight as they say. Isn't it possible that someone else could have snuck past? The answer, my friend, is squeaky wooden floorboards, baby. They make such a racket, not even the quickest cat could sneak by me, you dig?
Oh, wait, it's actually a religious like text. Okay, you know what? I don't know. Well, whatever.
And all of that now was simply more than the and all of that just now was simply more of the attorney's unfounded suspicions, I see. That's the truth, baby. It's all that I sing. The truth is all, it's everything. Words of wisdom, words of truth, baby tooth, forsooth, phone booth.
Much thanks to Mr. Understanding. Let's bring an end to the defense's grandstanding. You're not stopping me. Until my client goes free. Wait a minute, why am I singing?
Right on, even the lawyer's joining in, baby. Everybody's starting to feel the groovy vibe of my far-out rhythm.
I refuse to let him run this show. I didn't notice any inconsistencies in his testimony. I'm gonna have to press the statements to draw out more information. Okay. Whew. God, it's been 2.5 hours. Okay. I'm gonna call it here. My voice is getting pretty shot, and I don't want to like completely ruin it. Who else is live right now? Can I raid someone? Oh, Mar is live. Okay, I'm gonna raid Markatoto. Thanks everyone for stopping by today. I probably won't stream tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. Friday I might do more of this. I'm not sure. I'm actually really enjoying this a lot. So, thanks to everyone who came by, and I hope you all had fun because I did. I liked it a lot. Okay, and let's go raid Mar. Okay, night everyone.